Welcome back to Tea with Phumi. It's been a while. A lot has been happening in the industry, but I'm back now, and I'm back with a bang. Tea with Phumi is a communications platform that informs our members and stakeholders about healthcare, as well as trends and important information that's happening in the building and construction industry sector. Today, we are in conversation with the Minister of Justice, Honorable Ronald Lamola, and he's going to talk to us more about healthcare in correctional services. Good afternoon, Minister Lamola. Thank you so much for joining us. It is a great pleasure to have you on the show today. Welcome.
Thank you, Phumi. Hopefully the tea will be nice.
Cheers. Virtual tea.
Yes.
Minister Lamola, to what extent do you think the physical and psychological well-being of society contributes to the crime rate in our country?
It is a very important first step in the development of any society, that we have good family units and good societal values. Because if those fail, then it's what you'll now see in the criminal justice system of various challenges of abuse of drugs, the breakdown of the family unit and the social system, which is supposed to groom well-mannered and people who contribute positively to the growth of society. So the psychological well-being, obviously, it is important because it starts from the family background, from a societal perspective. If that block or that foundation is not good, we ourselves find ourselves with a lot of juveniles that we have to take through psychological processes, and some of them you could hear from the background that there was a breakdown in the social unit. Even some of the adults, particularly on gender-based violence cases and sexual offenses. So it is a very important pillar in a development of any society.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So that is constantly in your radar, and it's something that correctional services is always on the lookout for.
Firstly, when inmates come into our facilities, they go through psychological assessment, they go through mental assessment, so that we may know the programs that will suit them for rehabilitation purposes. But we will have preferred that at least such should have been handled at the level of the family and society, so that we don't have a lot of people coming through the criminal justice system to come into the correctional services facilities. But now that we have them in our facilities, that is the best route to check their, to assess their mental state and what programs they will have to undergo for them to be rehabilitated, so that when they get released at some point, they are able to contribute positively to society, either economically and socially, and there is no high rate of recidivism. Some of them, again, reoffending, which sometimes happen, and when it happens, it becomes a huge challenge for us, because it means that they are not good ambassadors for correctional services.
Okay, great. I like the proactive interventions you have in place. Can you tell us a little bit more about the current healthcare services that help prepare inmates to successfully reintegrate into society?
Obviously, firstly, is what I've already said, that they get assessed as and when they arrive to look at what programs will help them, psychological programs that relate to social workers, mental issues, and also issues of well-being, like them receiving religious, various religious denominations coming to speak to them on spiritual issues. But also their health status is also very important. They go through our health system in our facilities, where we've got the clinics across the country. But if the health situation sometimes deteriorates, we sometimes have to take them to the public hospitals across the country. So there are various health facilities, including services that we provide to the inmate to enable them to live the same standards as any other human being outside, because we have to treat our inmates in line with what is called the Nelson Mandela rules that have been adopted by the United Nations. So we do our best to treat them in that aspect of the health facility, their mental well-being. It is also important, it's part of their rehabilitation, because as we treat them, as we take them through programs of rehabilitation, some of them become aware of the fact that they committed serious crimes, and they have to repent and repay society through good behavior. Some also, as they participate in the various programs, it's become clear that they can be rehabilitated, but some it does take some time. But our programs are geared towards ensuring that they indeed get rehabilitated for reintegration into society.
Fantastic. Okay, lastly, Minister, are there any exercise or sports programs in the correctional services that you believe are helpful for promoting physical and mental well-being?
Yes, we do have a lot of programs in our facilities, programs to skill the inmates firstly, plumbing, boiler making, agricultural programs where they participate in plowing, producing the food they eat. But I also do a lot of extramural activities, various sporting codes, running, athletics, soccer, boxing. They do a lot of sporting activities, including singing, music, and all that. So, including arts and culture, which we do believe plays a key role in their journey of rehabilitation and also of changing their lives, their attitude, their social well-being, and how they view society. So it is there is a comprehensive program which we do believe is very important for their well-being mentally, including the physical programs in terms of athletics, gym, and all that. It is very important for their mental well-being and for their rehabilitation, and including how they view life differently. So these programs play a very important role for us, but also for society when these guys end up back in society, because they become very good, positive role models in some of these aspects. And as I've said, some of them do commit heinous crime, recidivism, which we do not encourage. But through this program, we're able to have a majority of them being positive in society.
Minister Lamola, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It's greatly appreciated. We learned a lot. Certainly, it was eye-opening and insightful. And I think the public at large will appreciate such discussions. Thank you for your time and good afternoon.
Thank you, Phumi. The tea was nice, and all the best with the show.
Thank you. Cheers. Wasn't that a great discussion? I found it very interesting and informative. I certainly hope you did too. Until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Scenes. Salani gahle.